You pick up a bottle of olive oil. The label says extra virgin, cold-pressed, imported from Italy, $14. The bottle next to it says the same thing, $6. Same size, same grade, same country. One of them is lying. Between 2010 and 2011, researchers at UC Davis tested 186 bottles of extra virgin olive oil from California stores. 69% of imported samples failed international standards. Not expired, not damaged, rancid, stale, or chemically deodorized to smell fresh again. Mislabeled from the start. So how does real olive oil get made? How does fake oil slip past the label? And what can you check on your own bottle tonight? Olive oil is one of the oldest manufactured foods on Earth. 8,000 years ago, farmers along the eastern Mediterranean crushed wild olives between stones and collected the liquid that ran off. Egyptians used it as fuel. Greeks used it as currency. Romans built an empire-wide supply chain, shipping clay amphorae across the sea. Crush the fruit. Separate oil from water. Bottle it. That principle has not changed in 8 millennia. What changed was scale. When global demand nearly doubled between 1990 and 2010, production could not keep up. Mediterranean drought hit Spain, the world's largest producer, cutting yields by 40% in bad years. Prices spiked, and where prices spike, fraud follows. Italian olive oil became the most adulterated food product in the European Union. One EU anti-fraud investigator told journalist Tom Mueller that profits were comparable to cocaine trafficking, with a fraction of the legal risk. Buy cheap oil from Tunisia or Greece. Ship it to Italy. Bottle it with an Italian label. The phrase "bottled in Italy" became meaningless. The olives never touched Italian soil. By the time the bottle reached your shelf, 4 or 5 middlemen had handled it. Each one had opportunity to dilute, mix, or substitute. And nobody was checking. Real extra virgin olive oil begins in an orchard, usually in October or November. Timing matters enormously. Pick too early and the olives are hard, green, and low in oil content, but high in polyphenols. Pick too late and oil yield increases, but flavor goes flat and antioxidants drop. The best producers pick during a narrow 2-week window when the fruit shifts from green to purple. Harvesting has to be fast. The moment an olive detaches from the tree, oxidation begins. Traditional hand-picking gives the cleanest fruit but moves slowly. Modern operations use mechanical shakers that vibrate entire trees, sending olives onto nets below. Either way, the clock starts. Top producers get olives to the mill within 4 to 6 hours of picking. At the mill, olives are washed in cold water to remove leaves and debris. Then they enter a hammer crusher or stone mill that grinds olives, skin, flesh, and pit into a thick, dark paste. This paste moves into a malaxer, a slow mixing chamber where the paste turns at 20 to 30 rotations per minute for 20 to 40 minutes. The malaxing is where flavor develops. Enzymes in the paste break down and recombine, producing the peppery, grassy, bitter compounds that define high-quality oil. Temperature must stay below 27 degrees Celsius throughout. Above that threshold, volatile aromatics evaporate and the oil legally loses its cold-pressed designation. The paste then enters a horizontal centrifuge, spinning at 3,000 rotations per minute. Centrifugal force separates 3 layers: solid pomace, vegetable water, and oil. The oil exits as a bright green-gold liquid, slightly cloudy with suspended microparticles. A second vertical centrifuge polishes it, removing remaining water traces. No heat, no chemicals, no solvents. Just crushing, mixing, and spinning. The entire process from whole olive to finished oil takes under 2 hours. One mature olive tree produces 4 to 5 liters of oil per year. 1 liter of extra virgin requires 5 to 10 kilograms of olives. An average bottle on your shelf took roughly 1,500 olives and 4 hours from tree to finished oil. But here is the health angle nobody mentions. Real extra virgin olive oil contains oleocanthal, a compound that triggers the same anti-inflammatory receptor as ibuprofen. Researchers at the Monell Chemical Senses Center discovered this when they noticed the throat-burning sensation of fresh oil felt identical to liquid ibuprofen. That peppery burn at the back of your throat is not a defect. It is the polyphenol content announcing itself. Fake oil has none of this. 0 oleocanthal, 0 throat burn, 0 anti-inflammatory benefit. The bottle you are paying premium for might have less medicinal value than tap water. Here is where the story flips. The problem is not that regulators do not know. The International Olive Council sets standards. The USDA has guidelines. But enforcement is nearly non-existent. The IOC relies on member countries to police themselves. Italy polices its own producers. The fox guards the henhouse. When journalist Tom Mueller spent 7 years investigating, the industry responded with silence. Mueller received legal threats. Farmers who spoke to him faced intimidation. So what can you actually do about the bottle in your kitchen right now? The throat test comes first. Pour a small amount into a cup. Sip it. Real extra virgin produces a peppery bite at the back of your throat, sometimes strong enough to make you cough. No bite means low polyphenols. Old oil, refined oil, or both. Second, read the harvest date, not the expiration date. Olive oil is fresh produce, best consumed within 18 months of harvest. If the bottle only shows a best buy date with no harvest date, the producer is hiding when those olives were picked. Third, single country of origin. Product of Italy means little. Look for a named region: Tuscany, Puglia, Crete, Kalamata. Named regions mean traceable supply chains. Fourth, price. Real extra virgin cannot cost $6 a liter. The olives alone cost more than that. Dark glass. Harvest date visible. Single origin. Throat burns when you sip. Check your shelf tonight. $14 and $6. Same label, same words, different product. Next time you reach for olive oil, flip it around. Read what is there and what is missing. That is the process. We reveal how things actually work, one story at a time. If there is something you would like us to explore next, let us know. Until then, trust the process.